Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today we are going to be doing another episode of our Extreme Makeover My Team edition, in which you guys send in your cards. I make a few adjustments and then tell you guys what squad I would eventually go out there with. Now again, this is for both current and next gen. And most of these squads that are sent in are gonna already be pretty solid. Look, it's July 26th, so if you don't have a decent enough squad by July 26th, it's looking pretty tough for you. But I'm just gonna make some simple adjustments that I think could be beneficial to you guys. If you are new to my channel though and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button, as we are on the road to 80,000 subscribers. So we're gonna start it off here by talking about a squad sent in by NBA 2K Showtime on Twitter, the guy that actually makes some of the card art for me. Now, I see Boris Diaw, Terry, Danny Ferry, Simbular, Kareem. Starting lineup is solid. He says he has 400K, and that Kareem is untouchable. Hero, yeah, you've got to go. That's the one thing I do see. Fernandez, Ferry, Bobo, and Sean Bradley. So, I mean, I guess the other one is the other Danny Ferry, but this is the squad he currently has. Now, if I'm him, I'm looking to see what adjustments can I make. Do I bring in a guy like Eric Pascal, Gerald Green, or what would I do in his specific shoes? Now, I've mentioned before that I don't necessarily love to run Isaac Bonga at point guard, but that's the first thing that I personally see. Again, I don't want to spend all the MT in the world. If I was to spend all the MT in the world, I'd tell you to pick up Ben Simmons, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you to kind of ball on a budget with Bonga. Now, if you do want to kind of spend up a little bit of MT, you don't even have to get the invincible Ben Simmons. Even if you get the warp reality Ben Simmons, you're going to have a lot of success with that card. Now, I don't necessarily love Simbular or Kareem at the 4, but if you want to run them together, that's fine. And this is the squad I'd hoop with. It's still amazing to me that you can run two Danny Ferries at the same time. This next one here was sent in by my guy Gregory on Twitter, who does have 1.2 million MT to work with. Now, here's what he told me. He said he needs MPJ to get Bobo, which he has the MT to do that. He has 1.2 million MT he plays on current gen. He also did tell me he's getting Bill Russell to replace Moses Malone. So that's the first thing. I'm just going to swap Bill Russell in here for Moses Malone. I'm going to swap Bobo for Page. Now, if you do those two things, I mean, honestly, I don't think even MPJ is that expensive at this point. I'll check real quick just to see exactly how much MT you have left. After this, you're still going to have at least 500,000 MT left. Now, if you do those two things, I'm going to recommend you upgrade your Danny Ferry. I don't even think I'd run both if I'm on this count. I'm just going to upgrade Danny Ferry. And at this point, your squad's very solid. He says his Sim and Sean's badged up. Both have Grinches. That's perfectly fine. Now, this Grant Hill is the wrong one. He does have the other Grant Hill, the invincible one. Now, here's the tough part. If you have this squad, what is the next thing you want to upgrade? I mean, for me personally, where I would probably lean, pick one between Hidu, Grant, Blake, and Luka. If one's got to go, the only other change I'm going to make is putting in Andre Kirilenko. That's really it. After that, you can do whatever you want. Obviously, I do think you like base 98 if you had Ferry and Hidu already. So plugging in Andre Kirilenko, your lineup becomes even more cheesy. I like Blake, like Luka. Your bench is looking solid. Eventually, if you want to go out and get Yao, you can. I will say I like Yao more than Sim and Sean Bradley. Defensively isn't quite as good, but offensively does give you that little bit more. But this is a great squad, honestly, that you're running with. If you really want to do the most, pick up Ben Simmons, invincible card, and this is your best lineup that you can probably build. This next one here was sent in by Sammy on Twitter. Says he is on current gen, has around 150,000 MT to work with. Now here's the thing, we're gonna go position by position here. Brandon Roy, not a big fan of at point guard. Braun, massive fan of. Ferry, massive fan of. Moses for being free, massive fan of. Sim, massive fan of. Diaw, I love. Grant Hill, you can rock with him. KD Team USA, get him off my screen if you play on current gen. Then we also got Bobo and Greg Oden. I'm not even trying to get disrespectful, but Greg Oden, okay. So we got to really build this squad from the ground up. Let's start with Sean Bradley. Now here's the thing, add a shoe, give Sean Bradley the playmaking badges. Maybe you can already buy one that has all those. You're looking at a very good center in the game for decently cheap. So then you got two positions to fill with nearly 100,000 MT. Now the one thing is, I'm looking at a guy like Bonga to maybe add to this squad. I do like Bonga. I think he's a very solid option. And I do think he's decent for his price. So if you want to plug him in at the point guard position, you absolutely can do that. Now at the other position, there's a variety of options that you honestly have. You can go either way. Now, if you want to leave KD, you can do that. I just think there are better options for his specific price. Now, the tough thing is, who are those options and what do they give you? The first guy I'm going to look at if I'm you is Jonathan Isaac. I love him. I love what he can give you, his versatility, especially at 6'11". I think he's a very good option, at least for you to look at. I'm not going to say you have to buy him for sure, but at least to look at. If you're trying to really ball on a budget, Scalabrini's a card you can maybe look at as well. Again, these are all just suggestions that I have. You don't have to take these, to heart or anything like that, but that's just another suggestion that I have for you. To me, and who I think would fit into this lineup perfectly is Jonathan Isaac, though. You obviously like height because you got Simbular out here. You got Sean Bradley, Bobo, so why not plug the Idols VIP Jonathan Isaac right in there? He might be a little bit overpriced, but I don't care because I like Jonathan Isaac so much, plugging him right here into that lineup. This next squad here was sent in by Andy, who is on next gen and has 1.2 million MT to work with. And as you guys can see, he's working with some of the best cards in all of 2K. Now, I will say this Porzingis is obviously the invincible Porzingis. Now, I'm going to do some things to this lineup that might not make total sense to a lot of you guys watching this video, and it's downgrading the level 40 XP reward in Julius Erving. Now, I get it. If you grind it for Julius Erving, I get it. I fully understand that you want to use the card. But even in this tweet, he says, I might replace Dr. J. And I think that's the first order of business if you're running this squad, is replacing that Julius Erving card. If you do that, I'd move Kawhi to the 2 there. And if I'm you, I'm moving Bobo to the 3. Because now if you look at your squad, you open up a spot at that power forward position, which is at an important feat right there. So here's how I see things, right? Your starters, obviously you got a good backcourt, both half blinders. Your bench is absolutely fantastic as well. Now, I will say the guy that I lean to add at the power forward position all the time is this guy right here on either gen, and it's James Wiseman. He said he thought about, waiting for the GOAT Kareem and then obviously plugging him in the lineup. And I don't mind that at all. If you want to wait for Kareem and plug him in here, I'm fine with that. But I really think James Wiseman is a better guy to have on the court than Julius Erving. That's why I kind of moved some pieces around to your squad. You're not going to have to spend any extra MT. Yes, the level 40 grind, it was basically worthless at this point, but I do believe you'll have more success with this squad right here. This next squad here was sent in by my guy Jeffrey on Twitter, who does have 200,000 MT to work with. I think kind of problem with his squad, especially the starting power forward position, is the fact that he does play on current gen. Now, here's the thing about Giannis Antetokounmpo. The invincible Giannis, or even any Giannis with a very quick release on next gen, is so much better than the Giannis on current gen. Reason for that, Giannis with the very quick release is impossible to green with. Now, is that a big enough reason to sell Giannis? Some might say yes, some might say no. Now, I did say that Anton Jameson would be gone once Tony is available on Friday, which is a good sign. I'm not a big fan of, obviously, Anton Jameson. Now, his Simbular is juiced up, so really, do you have to make any other kind of changes to the squad? No. But I personally would have more success if you tactically downgraded this Giannis Invincible card to the Pink Diamond Bobo. You guys might think that's outlandish. You guys might say whatever you want in the comments, and I'm okay with whatever you guys say. But on current gen, I have a lot more success with the Pink Diamond Bobo than I do with the Invincible Giannis. Now, if you want to play Invincible Giannis at the 3, that's a different story because Bobo can't play that. But at the 4, give me Pink Diamond Bobo over Giannis. You can find a juiced up Bobo for 50,000 MT. Just completely juiced up Bobo, better than Giannis for 50,000 MT. While making that MT back. So that's kind of where I'm looking at. If that's kind of what you're thinking of, tactically downgrade that and then prepare for some bigger content in the future. This next squad here was sent in by my guy Gabe on Twitter, who does not have a lot of MT to work with. Now, I will say this for Gabe. He's got a good squad, especially the starting lineup. I like Sim, Wiseman, Ferry, Braun, and Luka Doncic. I like that. Now, he said he's been thinking about picking up Pink Diamond Bobo for the bench, and I think you should do more than think about that, because here's the thing about James Worthy. He's fine, but if you can add Pink Diamond Bobo, do it. Now, I will be the first to tell you, Gabe, that I do not love the Dark Matter Eddie Curry or Felipe Lopez. Felipe is very good for his value, and so I'm going to leave him, and so is Eddie Curry. But here's the thing. I'm not going to tell you to get Sean Bradley, but Eddie Curry will get absolutely fried by a good Sean Bradley. And the problem with you getting Sean Bradley is you don't have a lot of MT. That's why I'm not going to do it right now. But the moment you can add Bobo and Sean Bradley obviously needs badges and that shoe, you'll be fine. But until then, Eddie Curry can hold it down. This is a fine squad, especially starting lineup to go out there with. Even your bench with Terry, Cam, and then Bobo, if you add him, is a much improved kind of squad. I just think your backup point guard and centers are the next two things that you need to work on. This next squad here was sent in by BM on Twitter. It is going to be the last squad for today as well. Says he does have just over 100,000 MT to work with and that he does play on current gen. There's, again, a lot to like about this squad. How many squads today either had Singular or, a giant in their squad, whether it's Taco, Yao. Yeah, I don't even know if I've seen a Yao yet today, but here's the thing. If you look at this squad, there's one position that is lacking, and it is that point guard position. Now, what I ideally think you should do, you have 100K. I think this should be your target. Warp Reality Ben Simmons. Now, you're probably not going to have enough MT right now to get the card, but that should be your goal because he is a big step above Jordan Clarkson, although I do not mind Jordan Clarkson. But that is going to wrap it up for our video today, guys. I hope you guys did kind of see some of the additions that I made, even if your squad did not make this. Hopefully, you guys can take an addition or two that I made, see kind of my mindset per each and every squad. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.